Hi everyone, I have a reformer class for you focused on upper body. We are going to use weights for props today. I have one set of lightweight weights, which are going to be 3s for me, and then I'm going to use a set of heavies to finish off class with footwork, which my heavies are going to be 10. So grab one light, one heavy set, whatever that means to you. Again, my light will be 3s, my heavy will be 10s, and then we are starting on one yellow spring or one light spring on your reformers. Let's go ahead. We're going to start kneeling. Foot bars are going to be all the way down. And then when you kneel, we're going to take your hands onto the foot bar, or if you would like, hands can always go onto the wooden platform rather than the foot bar. I'm going to take mine onto the foot bar just because it's a little more cushiony for my wrists, my palms. And then we're going to start right into a 4-point kneeling. Feet are up against the shoulder blocks, shoulders over the hands, hips are right over the knees into a neutral spine. We're starting with kneeling planks for our warm up. So on an inhale, I'm just going to push my knees out. And then on an exhale, I'm going to pull my knees back in. So again, I'm going to inhale just to push the knees away, and then exhaling as I pull back in. My arms are going to stay in the same spot the entire time, and then just being mindful when I push out, I'm not collapsing into my low back, so I'm maintaining a neutral spine. It's an inhale to push, and an exhale again to pull back in. Think drawing your abs into your backs as you pull the carriage back in. Inhale out, exhale, scoop into the abs, pull back in. We're gonna go for 2, exhale back, and then last one, inhale, push, and exhale, pull. Now from here, we're gonna push the knees back out one more time. They're gonna stay here. Abs are into your backs. We're gonna inhale, push the carriage out with our arms, and then we're gonna exhale, pull in with our arms. Again, we inhale to push away, and then we exhale to pull back in. The knees are staying in the same spot now. So just our arms push out, and then just the arms pull in. Abs are into our backs. Inhale away, scoop into those abs, use those lats to pull you back in. Let's do 3 more. Push out, pull back in as far out as you feel comfortable for 2, and then last one. All right, now once we come in, we're gonna pause in. The knees can bring our carriages all the way back in. Feel free to give yourselves a little stretch back, give your wrists a little bit of a roll. Now we're gonna move into push-ups. So our hands are gonna stay on the foot bar. I'm gonna shift back forward into my 4-point kneeling position. The knees are gonna push the carriage out again. We hold here, abs are into our backs. We do 10 wide push-ups. Bend wide, exhale, press, wide, exhale, press. They can be big, they can be small push-ups. The range of motion is up to you. Abs are into your back. We have 5 more. Again, 10 total. Carriage should be staying pretty still. All right, now on our last one, when we come up, we can bring our carriage back in, and we can give ourselves a little bit of a stretch back. Give the wrists a little bit of a roll if you need to, and then we're gonna move into narrow push-ups next. So I'm going to take my hands about shoulder distance away, this time on the foot bar. I'm going to start again 4-point kneeling. Knees are going to push the carriage back out, hold 10 narrow push-ups. We bend narrow, press, narrow, press. I want the elbows to go in to your ribs. Again, they can be big, they can be small. Range of motion is up to you. Try to keep those carriages still. 4, 3, last one. Woo. Okay, when we come back in, pause in, and then shift back. Now, grab one of your light weights. I'm gonna grab one of my 3-pound weights. It's going to be into my right hand. We're gonna scoop back so that our feet are through our headrest. And then while you scoop back, grab just your left strap into your hand, and then we'll take our left foot onto the carriage. If kneeling like this, balance-wise is a challenge, you can just go down onto both knees, or you can sit down onto your butts. Long loop into your left hand will be lighter, short loop will be heavier. Again, weight is in your right hand. Both elbows are gonna be bent into your sides. Palms are flipped up to the ceiling. We're gonna exhale, reach our arms out about shoulder chest distance. Inhale, bend to come back in. Exhaling as we reach away. Inhale back, think shoulders are down. Collarbones are wide as we reach out on an exhale. And then again, inhaling as we bend and we come back in with control. Feel free to change your weights. Feel free to change your straps to make it a little heavier. Again, we're staying on this one yellow spring. We're gonna go for 2 more. And then on our last one, we're gonna pause with both arms out. We're gonna open both arms out to the sides of the room, bring them back together, shoulder distance away, then we bend to come back in. So we exhale to reach away, we inhale to open, we exhale to close, we inhale as we bend to come back in for that offering. Try to keep your chest and your hips squared off to the wall out in front of you. We're gonna do 3 more. We exhale to reach, we inhale to open, exhale, close, inhale back for 2. Finding that balance in your legs, your glutes, and your core. Now on this last one, we're gonna hold our arms out when we bring them back together. Palms are gonna rotate towards each other. Little bend to both elbows. Inhale, open both arms wide. Exhale, bring your fingers together. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Shoulders are down, collarbones are wide. We inhale, we open. We exhale to bring those fingertips back together for that hug, a tree. 3 more. Feel those biceps, feel those deltoids. And then when we finish this last one, we can relax the arms. We're gonna hang that strap up onto the peg. Now, when we hang that strap up, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So weight is in your left hand, grab the long loop or the short loop into your right hand, and then I'm going to set my right foot down onto the carriage. Again, if you don't feel comfortable, you can always kneel on both knees, or you can sit down onto your butt. Elbows are bent into your sides, palms are flipped up. Same 3 arm movements. We exhale to reach away. We inhale back. We exhale, we reach out, inhale back. Again, my arms are going about chest, maybe shoulder height when I reach away. And then I wanna think as I reach out, no protraction of those shoulders forward. They're staying down and back. Our collarbones are staying wide. Again, exhaling away. Inhaling as we bend to come back in. We have 3 more. Finding that balance in your legs, your glutes, and your core for 2. Now on our last one, we hold out, ready? We open the arms out, they're in your peripheral. We bring them back shoulder distance. We bend to come back in. We exhale to reach. We inhale, open, they don't go past your eyesight. Bring them back shoulder distance. And then we bend to come back in. Woo, little different on one side for our balance. Exhale out, inhale, open, exhale to close, inhaling as we return back in with control. We're gonna do 3 more of those. On the last one, we hold out for our hug, a tree. Again, our focus today is upper body, sprinkled in with a little core. Okay, the next time we bring the arms back, we rotate the palms towards each other, little bend to your elbows, hug a tree, open both arms out, exhale, bring those fingertips together. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Again, we want our torso and our hips. So shoulders, hips are staying still as we open. And then as we exhale, we close. Inhale, open. Exhale, shoulders down, collarbones are wide. Give me 2 more. And then last one. Then we're gonna relax the arms, hang that strap up onto the peg. And then once we hang that strap up, we're gonna kneel on our reformer again. Now, set that weight to the side, change to just a blue spring. And then when you get that blue spring on, take off the yellow or the light. So one blue or one medium spring on your reformer. We're kneeling again. We have the hands back onto the foot bar. We can sit up with the feet up against the shoulder blocks. If you're a little shorter and you want to scoot a little further forward, feel free. I'm going to have thumbs with my fingers, shoulders over my hands. Now, same thing, we're going to push the carriage out with the knees. They're going to stay here, hold the neutral spine. Abs are into your backs. Ready? Arms push out as far as you would like to go. Exhale, pull back in. It might be a little further than before with this heavier spring. We inhale to push out. On the exhale, when we pull in, make sure that those shoulders are down. Out, abs are into our backs. We pull back in. Inhale, push, and exhale, pull. So not only are we feeling your core, we should be feeling your arms into your lats working as well. Sculpting our arms today. Let's go for 3. Again, abs into your back, 2. A nice neutral spine, and then last one. When we come in on this one, pause in, keep those knees back. 10 wide push-ups. Ready? We bend wide, press, wide, press. Again, they can be big, they can be small. Range of motion up to you. Carriage should be staying pretty still. We have 4, 2, 1, and in. Okay, feel free to stretch back. Again, if you need to give your wrists a little bit of a roll, give them a roll. We should know what's next. Narrow push-ups, which honestly I think are way worse than wide push-ups. So hands, when we get them down, should be about shoulder distance away from each other. Thumbs are with your fingers. I'm gonna shift my weight forward so that my shoulders are back over my hands. Knees push the carriage back out into a kneeling plank. 10 narrow push-ups. Big or small, range of motion is up to you. The only thing you have to worry about is the elbows going into your sides and not out to the sides of the room. Halfway there. Big or small, up to you. I have 3 more. My carriage stays pretty still. 2, 1, and back in. Okay, feet should be up against the shoulder blocks. We're gonna reach behind us, grab our straps back into our hands. We're gonna carefully kneel nice and tall. So stabilize from the legs, the glutes, and the core when we kneel. Again, if you don't feel comfortable balancing, sit on your butts. Long loops are lighter for your arms. Short loops are heavier. Again, same 3 arm movements, but we're moving both at the same time rather than singles. Elbows bent, palms lift up. We exhale to reach the arms out, shoulder chest height. We inhale as we bend to come back in. Exhale out, inhale back. Again, stabilize legs, glutes, core. Abs should be into your back. When we reach the arms out, our shoulders are down out of the ears, our collarbones stay wide so we don't look like this, reaching forward. Exhale, inhale, let's go. 3, 2, feeling a lot of deltoids and biceps here. Last one. Now we reach back out, we pause. We open out to our peripheral, they don't go past your body. Bring the hands together, shoulder distance away, and to come back in. Exhale out, inhale, open. Exhale, close, inhale back. Still lots of biceps, you guys. Lots of deltoids, which are those tops of the arms. Inhale, it's an exhale out. And inhale to open. Exhale to close. Inhale back. Give me 2. Open, close, return. Last one, we're gonna hold out the next time we bring the arms together. Rotate your palms towards each other, little bend to your elbows, hug a tree. Inhale, open. Exhale, close again, shoulders are down. Collarbones are wide, open out. Fingertips right back together. Let's do 4, 3, nice burn. 2, 1, and relax. Okay, hang up just your left strap, keep your right loop, keep it into your right hand, and rotate to the right side of the room. Now when we rotate to the right, you can either set up with your right leg against the shoulder blocks, or out. If you go out, it's gonna be a little heavier. Same thing, long loop lighter for your arm, short loop heavy. I'm gonna go short loop and see how I feel. Elbow can be bent into your side. I want your fist pointed up to the ceiling. Create a fist, and we're gonna exhale, punch your right arm up, bend to come back, exhale, punch, inhale, return. Now as we punch up, we are trying not to lean to the side. So just moving from that right arm. Deltoids, biceps, 2 and 1. Okay, now keep that bend, keep that fist. Reach your left arm out away from you, punch and now rotate to the left and inhale back. Punch, rotate left, inhale, return. We want our obliques to start to fire as we rotate. Inhale back, exhale, punch and rotate. Inhale, return. Give me 4 more. Trying to keep the hips parallel to the wall in front of us, rotating from the spine. We have 2. Last one, exhale and inhale, return. I'm gonna switch straps. I'm personally gonna use my long loop. Again, long loop is lighter, short loop is heavier. We're gonna work into the left arm. Elbow's gonna be bent at a 90-degree angle across the body. We are going to start to pull your elbow out to the side. When we do so, we're gonna extend the arm away from the body. We're gonna bend the elbow and bring it back in. So we pull, we extend, we bend, we bring it back. Exhale, pull out. Inhale, return. That elbow again is going away from the body when we pull, back into the ribs when we bend, and we come back in. Exhale out, inhale back. I'm gonna try to keep that left wrist long. This is the last one. Exhale out, inhale, return. Now from here, take your left hand to your right hip. We're gonna draw that sword. So similar thing, but we're gonna go up at a diagonal with our arm. So we're gonna pull the elbow out. Extend the arm up at a slight diagonal now. Bend the elbow, put that sword back in your sheath. So left hand, right hip. So we bend, we extend up at a diagonal. We bend, we extend, we put that sword back into the sheath. Now, if this is too heavy, reminder, you can always use your right hand to assist. Again, lots of work coming from our deltoids and biceps. You're gonna give me 2 more, and then we're gonna do the other side. Exhale, pull out. Inhale, return. Last one. Pull, extend. Bend to come back in. Hang that strap up. Rotate to the other side. Same thing on this side. Grab the strap into your left hand. Again, long loop is lighter, short loop is heavier. Use whatever you use on the last side. Elbow is gonna be bent, fist, and we're pointing the fist up towards the ceiling. Ready? We're gonna punch up and bend. Exhale, punch up and bend. Right back into those deltoids and biceps. Exhale, inhale. I'm feeling a little bit of my traps working as well. Let's go for 3. Try not to lean to the right. 2. And then last one. Now keep the left hand where it's at right now. Reach your right arm out. We exhale, we punch, rotate right. We inhale back, punch, rotate right. Inhale back. Again, I am trying to keep my hips square to the wall in front of me, and I'm trying to just rotate from my spine so I can get into my obliques. Give me 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, then once we come back, switch hands. I use the long loop on the last side. I'm going to use it on this side. Elbows bent at a 90. It's across the body. We're going to start pulling straight out to the side. So ready? We pull out, we extend, we bend, we come back in. That elbow, again, every time we come back, just goes right back into those ribs. And I'm trying not to pull from my torso. I'm trying just to pull from that right arm. Exhale, pull, extend. Inhale back. We're gonna do 3 more. 2 and 1. Now when we come back, put that sword in that sheath. So my right hand is at my left hip. We pull out at a diagonal this time. So ready? We pull out, we extend up at a diagonal. We bend, we put that sword back in. I'm trying to keep my wrists long the entire time. The palm faces the wall out in front of you when you pull out. Then the palm should face your hip when we come back in. For 3. Again, use your left hand if you need to. 2, try to keep that torso still. Last 1. Woo! Burn in those arms. Okay, hang your strap up. Sit off to the sides. Stay on this blue spring and just put your foot bars up to the starting position. Now, we're gonna sit on your booties, on your foot bars, facing the straps. When we sit down, I have my hands rotated back. So they're facing the back wall, not facing the carriage. Toes, balls of the feet are going to be right on the edge of the carriage, and then we're gonna stretch our legs long. Now we're gonna do some tricep dips here. I have my feet about hip distance away too, just to detour that spring. So feel free to go a little wider, a little more near if you guys need to detour any springs. You have the option to keep long legs and to do tricep dips, or to bend your knees and do tricep dips. If the knees are bent and you do your tricep dips, they're going to be easier. If your legs are long and you do your tricep dips, they're going to be more challenging. So up to you. Bent knees, extended legs. We're just gonna do 10. So when you're ready, butts come off of the foot bar, we dip down, we press up. Make sure that those elbows are narrow. 10 tricep dips. Longer bent legs, up to you. Bend, bend. I have 3, 1. Okay, now the trick is getting your butt back on the foot bar. Now, when you get back on, we are going to come on to our carriages. We're gonna change to a red and a yellow spring, or 1 heavy, 1 light. Take off your blue, take off your medium, kneel on your reformer, knees up against the shoulder blocks, grab the straps into your hands. Now, again, the higher you grip up onto your loops, the heavier it is, the further back you grip, the lighter it is. I'm gonna crisscross my straps. And then when I cross my straps, I'm actually gonna grab like right where the rope connects to the loop. Again, if you guys want it heavier, further forward, lighter, a little further back. Straps are in a nice little X, stabilizing legs, glutes, core. We are going to have our arms slightly out in front of us. From here, we're gonna bend our elbows wide to pull back, and then we're gonna inhale, extend, exhale, pull. Inhale, extend. I wanna think pinching my shoulder blades together as I come back. Extend the arms nice and long. Now, if you do want this a little heavier, feel free to go to a heavier setting for springs. You can go 1 heavy, 1 medium spring, or stay on this heavy light. Exhale, pull, pinch. Inhale, return, really starting to get into those traps here. So right into the tops of the shoulders. Exhale, pull, inhale, return. I want you to give a little pinch of your shoulder blades again together so we can get right into those rhomboids as well. Exhale, pull back, inhale, return. Let's go for 4, 2, and 1. Okay. Now the straps stay crossed, we add in a unilateral row with a rotation to that same side. So we're gonna start to the right. Arms are gonna be long. We're gonna bend just our right elbow. Left arm stays long. We rotate right. We inhale back, then we go left, pull, rotate, and back. Exhale. So just a unilateral row with a rotation. Again, stability comes from legs, glutes, and core. We want our obliques again to work on the rotation. Exhale, pull, inhale back, pull, rotate, extend, pull, rotate, extend. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now once we come back, we're gonna uncross our straps, hang them back up onto the pegs, hands go into our shoulder blocks.
We're gonna scoot our knees a little further back. My toes, balls of my feet go right onto the wooden platform, and we're gonna move into a plank. So I'm gonna push into my palms, shoulders over the hands, lift the knees, stretch the legs, hold. It will probably feel a little heavier than what you're used to. It's because we're gonna work those arms. Arms are gonna push out, arms come in, arms push, arms pull, getting right into your lats. Abs should be into the back. Eyes should be looking down to the floor. Push, resist, push, resist. Give me 5, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, come down, and then I'm going to add on 2 heavy springs with my existing heavy and light. We're going to move into footwork. So again, up to you what you have for springs, but I have 3 heavies and 1 light. You can go heavier, you can go lighter, that is up to you. Now, grab your heavier set of weights. Again, I am using 10s for these. You can go lighter, heavier, up to you. We're gonna lie down onto our reformers. Headrests are going to be up or down, that's up to you. We're starting with the heels on the foot bar, parallel with each other, sits bones distance away, so just about that fist distance away from each other. Elbows are going to be bent at a 90-degree angle. Palms are rotated towards the foot bars. Now, on an exhale, we're going to push the carriage out. We're going to reach our weights up to the ceiling, and then we're going to bend wide to come back in. Exhale out, inhale back, holding, as always, our neutral spine. So my sacrum is heavy, pelvis is still. Exhale to push, inhale back. My hands are shoulder distance away when I press up, and then I'm bending wide at a 90 when I come back in. For 4, 2, okay, on this last one, come halfway in with the arms in the carriage. Little pulses of the arms, little pulses of the carriage. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out and in. Okay, arches of our feet are gonna go onto the foot bar. Stay that same distance away. Arms are gonna open out wide to the sides of the room. Little bend to your elbows. Palms should be rotated up towards the ceiling, kind of towards each other. Chest expansion, or your hug a trees. Exhale out, weights come together over your chest. Open wide to come back in. Exhale to press. Inhale back. Push, resist. Again, sacrum heavy, pelvis still. Work is on the push out. So again, we're exhaling away, inhale back. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, hold the arms open wide, carriage halfway in, arms stay. We're just gonna pulse our carriage. 8, keep those arms still. 4, 3, 2, 1, out and in. Okay, we're moving into triceps. I'm gonna ditch one of my weights. Feel free to keep both of them. I'm just gonna do one today. We're gonna go toes, balls of our feet onto the foot bar. Weight or weights go up to the ceiling. We bend the elbows so the weight or the weights go behind the head. And then we're gonna exhale, press out, extend the arms, bend to come back in. Exhale out, inhale back. Press and extend for tricep extensions. Heels can be lifted if you want a little more work in your quads. Again, 1 or 2 weights, that is up to you. 4 more. 2 and 1. Okay, ready? Halfway in, halfway with those elbows. Little pulses of the carriage, little pulses of the arms up. Think like 3 4-inch pulses with the legs and the arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in. Okay, when we come back in, if you ditch that one weight, grab it again. You have both weights in your hands. Toes, balls of your feet are still on the foot bar, parallel with each other, sits bones distance out. We're gonna push our carriage out one time, Pause. I want your palms rotated towards your hips for this. You're gonna bend one knee, lower the opposite heel, one bicep curl, and then we're gonna switch. Now the arms should be hovering off of the carriage when we do alternating bicep curls with our runs. Again, I want the palms rotated towards each other and not towards the ceiling. Nice high heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels. Stretch. Feel free to just set the weights to your sides. Take a couple deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, let's lift the heels up. Bend to come back in. We're gonna set our weights off to the sides. Now, when we set our weights to the sides, we're gonna sit to the right side of our reformers. We're going back to one red or one heavy spring on a reformer. And then I'm gonna set up for Mermaid with my right shin up against the shoulder blocks, and then my left leg is gonna be bent out in front of me. If this doesn't work for hips or knees, reminder, you can have one foot or both feet on the floor. Left hand is on the foot bar. We're gonna press out and go up and over. Now I want to imagine that if my body's in between two panes of glass, I'm not smudging that glass. So I'm not leaning forward or back. In between those two panes of glass, I'm thinking I'm pulling my right sits bones down, lengthening through that right side body. And then we're gonna come back to the center, to the headrest. One counter stretch to the other side, up and over. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Then we're gonna come center to your foot bar, press out, go up and over. Now this time we rotate the torso to the floor. The right hand catches, left hand slides wide. We are pushing into the left palm and pulling with the right so we can really stretch out that right lat. So push with the left palm, pull with the right, torso parallel to the floor. All right, now evenly weighted throughout both palms. Inhale, lift the chest, bring your carriage all the way back in. Pause in, let go your foot bar, rotating to the other side. Same thing. Again, you can have yourself set up into a normal mermaid, or you can have one foot or both feet on the floor if this doesn't work for feet or knees or hips. Right hand is on the foot bar. We're gonna press out, go up and over again for that side body stretch. Again, in between those two panes of glass, think pull your left sits bones down, lengthen from that left side body when you do so. In through the nose, out through the mouth with your breath. All right, then we come back to the center, to your headrest or your shoulder blocks. Counter stretch to the other side. And then we're gonna take it back to your foot bar, press out, go up and over again. Now this time, rotate your torso to the floor. Left hand catches, right hand slides wide. We push with the right palm, we pull with the left to really get that left lat stretch. So push right, pull left. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, then evenly weighted throughout both palms. Lift the chest, the shoulders are down. Bring your carriages all the way back in. When we come back in, step off to the side. Now, I'm gonna keep my red spring on for this last stretch. If it's too heavy, if you do have any shoulder injuries, I would suggest going to one medium spring instead of this heavy. But if you feel fine, you can keep that heavy spring on or make it lighter. We're gonna walk around to the front of your reformer, facing your foot bar. We're gonna fold forward. Hands are gonna go onto our foot bar carriage, and then we are going to push the carriage out. Our chest is gonna drop down in between the arms. Heels stay anchored, hips stay back. Drop as low as you can go. Push the carriage out as far as you can go for your stretch. Shoulders can be in your ears. Feel your ribs expanding on your inhale. And take a deep exhale. We're gonna do a couple more deep breaths. In through the nose again, out through the mouth. Okay, one more inhale, one more exhale. All right, on our exhale, we round through our spines. We bring our carriages all the way back in. One vertebrae at a time. We're gonna roll our spines up. Let's give those shoulders a few rolls back. All right, when you roll those shoulders back, you guys are all finished with your upper body class. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for supporting me, you guys. Have a great day.